Hello, everybody. Welcome to my stream tonight. It's 7 o'clock on April 7th here in, I'm not broadcasting, but I'm streaming from beautiful Southern California, Chino to be exact. I'm about 2 miles north of Chino Airport. My call letters are K6EGG. Tonight we're going to be streaming some BozoNet on 144.240 as well as... we'll probably slide on up to 144.270 a little bit after the net. Probably tune in about 30 or so minutes of the net tonight, and then scoot on over up to 144.270. Kind of surprised. Surprised I'm being able to go on tonight, but my schedule seems to... I've been flipped around a little bit here and there the last couple of weeks, so it's been hard for me to get on. I thought I wouldn't be out until next week, but turns out I'm going to be able to be on a couple of days this week, as well as hopefully maybe even next week. So I'm going to get over to the main screen here and maybe get some, hopefully get some, I don't see myself here. Oh, wait a minute. I know why. That's why. I'm in the wrong mode here. Anyways, so now we're going to tune into the BozoNet here on... for the K6EGG live stream.
Donation to, a hospital or to the VA or something, or, the VA or one of those places. When I make a donation, I like to have the check for a receipt, but I don't know. I'm sick of it. A month and a half ago, somebody typed our credit card number, and I don't know how the hell they got that. One of two places, and it took them probably at least a month and a half to try testing it out. So we had to change that too, and all the accounts that card was tied to.
That noise was me turning on the amplifier.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but that's the world we live in.
Yeah, I know it. It's too bad law enforcement can't do something about it. Catch these guys and spank them on the wrist.
They don't care.
5 to 10. It's
especially in California.
You add up all the money they're stealing.
Well, with the credit cards, the Secret Service used to take care of that. I don't know if they do that anymore.
Yeah, I seriously doubt it. Well, let's see who else we got out there. Anybody else want to check in? It's about 7 o'clock. Who do we got? I'm looking over northeast right now.
463.
Bozo 19.
Wow, I got a bunch. You got 463 and something. Was that 19 or something in front of the 19?
Yeah, that's 19, over.
Gotcha. I'll be right back to you. 463 standby, 19 standby. Who else we got? 449. Let me stop right there. 3 numbers is about all my brain can handle. So let's go back up here to 463, the first one I heard, and we'll get you logged in there, Greg. How are things in your neighborhood?
Things are great. No, that's 2 more numbers that I can remember, by the way. Just checking in tonight. I have nothing for the net. You guys have a good evening. I hope we have a good turnout tonight. K6EGG 463.
Man, what a booming signal, yeah. Yeah, we'll be hanging around here for an hour or so. Thanks for being there and all that you do on the YouTube and all that.
Have a good evening.
All right, let's jump over to number 19. Got you in the middle of the pack there, Tim. How you doing tonight?
So what we're doing here is everybody's calling out Bozo numbers instead of calling out their call sign.
K6DQ, number 19. You with us there, Tim?
Yeah, hello, Pat. Yeah, my noise level just came way up. I'm on the vertical, so not too strong tonight. I got a pretty good noise level.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for
I don't have that much
net.
noise
Good to
tonight
hear you,
here.
and we'll be standing by.
So what this net is a group of people in Southern California. Most of them are east of Los Angeles in Orange County, and basically it's a sideband net that basically to see how your signal's doing and to promote sideband here on the ham radio frequencies. They also have a website. That's why I'm kind of getting a little sidetracked here. I'm going to turn Pat down a little tad there. You can check out their website, which it's not... oh, there it is. It's bozonets.com, bozonets.com, so BOZONETS.com. and they give you a little more information on the BozoNet, and also has all the numbers for different members. I'm in there, number 463, as well as a couple other people that talk on sideband regularly on 144.250. So it's a great group of people out here. They check in on Sunday night at 7 p.m. and I believe on Wednesday night, which is tonight, at 7 p.m. It's been a long day for me. Short night of sleep, that's for sure. So kind of bear with me today. I'm going to get back to the net here. This is Greg, K6EGG, from the beautiful city of Chino. Now back to the BozoNet.
Yep, I've got a Sunny Boy also. That's what they put the second system in as, Sunny Boy, and it's quiet as can be. The first system still gives me a little bit of trouble when when all the panels aren't firing at the same time. You know, if some of them are in the shadows, like in the morning or late afternoon. You get some whistles and chirps and beep 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 across multiple bands, but it's only for like a half hour in the morning and a half hour at night. I think I can live with that.
That's not bad. I don't even get that. It's so far, I've had it for near 10 years now, and it's been a very, very stable system. We're generating a little over 6 kilowatts today.
Well, that's a good result there. Well, I hear my buddy John there in the background up there in Lone Pine. John, is that you I'm hearing? Yeah, hang on there, 499er, 626 there, John. I'm wiggling the antenna your direction. How copy? You know what? That's crazy. We went to Bridgeport for 10, 12 years every summer, and every darn summer. Usually we'd leave here in June, and holy mackerel! Almost every time we're up there, there's some sort of a fire up and down that eastern side of the Sierra. So, well, keep your eye on it and put your mask on. Roger. Well, we got you checked in there. Your signal dropped quite a bit, but got you on the books there, John. Maybe we'll catch you later on the net. We'll look for you in a little while again too, after we get everybody locally here checked in. K6MWK, W6PMD, Lone Pine down to Southern California. Thanks, John. Bakersfield. Hang on one second. Let me catch Tony in there. Tony, VAJ, you still with us? Oh yeah, I got you. Either way, yeah, you're a lot stronger horizontal, but yeah, we got you checked in. You like the mailman? He stops in, drops something in the box, and leaves. Well, somebody came along and helped themselves to our outgoing mail a couple weeks ago, and I'll be paying for that for the next couple of days. Yeah, well, it's our credit card 2 months ago. Somebody got that number somehow. We never figured that one out. So, anyway, Tony, thanks for being there. All right, who we got there in Bakersfield? Downtown beautiful Bakersfield, man, oh man. Give me your bozo number there, 347 or 247. Yeah, I knew I was close there, so we got you locked in. Who do you got with you up there? Now that was Whiskey Baker 6 Foxtrot Bravo Echo. You in there? This is Whiskey 6 Papa Mike Delta. If so, I'll copy. Well, have them try back in a little while. We'll swing back around this way. We're going to look towards Arizona here in a minute, Ben. And what's his name? His name, WB6FBE. Can you give me his name? Okay, yeah, just wanted to, I've got the call right. Whiskey Baker 6 Foxtrot Bravo Echo. Roger, roger. Oh, FPE. Okay, WD, Whiskey Delta 6 Foxtrot Papa Echo. Is that right? Well, I'll tell you, we'll give him another shot here in a little while and see what happens, okay? Thank you, Ben. Let's see. Mike, before I go to you, I'm sure you're out there. Let me make sure you're there, Mike.
Yes, sir. I'm here and listening. Haven't heard much from Arizona yet.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, let me wiggle to the right here just a little bit and see if we got anybody up there in the high desert that wants to check in. This is W6 PMD on the horizontal beam looking towards the high desert.
853.
853, booming in here. I had to turn down the volume and replace the speaker. 834, hang on just a second. 853, we got you in there, Keith. How you doing? Over there in Long Beach.
Yeah, doing all right. Good to hear that I'm making it up there because we had the beam pointed the wrong way.
Well, I went to the vertical right now. You ought to hear me a little gooder there.
Oh, you should warn me next time. I'll have to turn the volume down. You hit me with the S9 all of a sudden.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, your signal's always booming in here. I was expecting somebody up in the high desert, but yeah, you're in the books there, man. You got a great signal.
All right, well, Fred's wanting to check in, so I'll step aside. Thank you for doing your duties out there. Bye.
You betcha.
834, no traffic.
Come on, Fred. You've never been that quiet for that long.
I don't want to hold up the net. There's too many people that are checking in.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Listen, I hear you all the time on the calling frequency 146.520 out there, and you've always got a good signal. In fact, the other day you were talking to somebody. I was messing with different antennas while you were talking and just comparing the signal levels. So, but in here in the house, you always come in a lot better because these antennas are a little bigger and a little higher.
I'm working on that all the time. You know that.
Absolutely. All right, old man. Take care. And I hear you're older than I am by a couple of years, too.
That's true, too.
Well, thank you very much there, sir. All righty. Let's see. High desert. Last call before we go to the river.
198.
198. Man, you got a good signal up this way. This W6 PMD coming back at you there. Let's see. That's Dean. I thought your voice sounded familiar.
Oh, roger on that there, Pat. Out there yesterday, minute I see you up here today. Been gorgeous. A little wind, but not that much. Okay, I'll let you get back to somebody else there. I think I heard got Curtis out there, so I'll get on the side. Thank you.
809. Well, I got a bunch of there. Hold on. Okay, we got 809, and I heard, was it 326? What else do we hear? 826. I knew I hit something in there with the 6. Stand by. Let me catch 809 here first, and we'll come right back to you there. So, Curtis, we got you in there from Apple Valley. How you doing?
Doing doing wonderful. Beautiful day in the high desert today. I think it just barely got up to 80. A little bit of wind, but other than that, absolutely perfect. So anyway, Pat, thanks for doing the net tonight, and you got a booming signal. Whether you're vertical or horizontal makes no difference. Back to you, Pat. AJ60 in Apple Valley.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting there wiggling my antenna back. Well, gosh, it's not making any difference. I'm on the vertical, so now I'm back on the beam. Yeah, you're S7, S8 up there down here, man. So blast and loud signal there, Curtis.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm switching back and forth too between vertical and horizontal. Now you're on horizontal. Now you're 5.9 plus 10 there, Pat. 73's Bozo 809 in the high desert.
Thanks, Curtis. Appreciate you being there, and thanks for supporting the net. And before we go to Arizona, let me catch number 826. I knew I heard you in there somewhere. Mike, WB6DJI. How you doing? WB6DJI. Can you copy me? I'm going to go. Can you copy? Number 826, you still with us? Yeah, we'll try the beam there, number 826. This is W6PMD. I got you logged in. I was wondering if you're still there. I don't hear him. Mike, any chatter from over there in Arizona?
Yeah, not yet, but I'm thinking they're still over on 1296 yet.
Okay, let's see. Jim, you want to give a shout there for Inland Empire and Redlands and that whole area?
I'll be happy to, Pat. This is Jim, N6OVA in beautiful downtown Loma Linda. If you want to point a beam in my direction, it's Delta Mike 14, Ida Bravo. So we're looking for check-ins from the Inland Empire, Yucaipa, Big Bear, anybody here in the Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino, Redlands, looking for check-ins to the Bozo net. Bozo number, please.
649.
902. I got 649, and who came after 649?
902.
802, good evening. Good evening. I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having. So, anybody else from the Inland Empire like to check into the Bozo net? Bozo number, please.
That was 902. 902, we got you the right number down there.
902, wow. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be in the thousands, I guess, huh?
I think so. I think he's one of our newest members there. Adrian, we got you checked in there out of Norco. Mike, I thought, yeah, we got you in there. I thought he came back to you, but I give you a holler, but you're a little light on my copy on this end there, Mike. Are you vertical or horizontal? 626, you still with us? Man, that's the second time I've lost him. Anybody else pick him up?
Negative on this end, Pat.
Number 826, 826. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm on the vertical. Mike, on the vertical, looking towards Torrance. There's the beam antenna looking towards Torrance. Mike, 826, WB6DJI. We got you checked in. Roger, Roger. You bet. You're loud now. Just had to switch around from the vertical to the beam and wiggle the antenna. I tell you, this is a lot of work, and I don't get paid a nickel for it, you know it? Sounds great. Yeah, good audio. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even straight on you, but good copy. Yeah, copy that. Just wiggling the antenna back and forth. You're about S4, no preamps, and good clean audio.
Okay, real fine. Thanks a lot. This is 9700 driving a DE system now, so that's what the setup's here with the parabolic.
Well, yeah, I turn on my preamp and your S8. I usually leave it off to keep the racket down, but boy, your signal really jumped up there. Thanks for supporting the net, Mike. Roger. And Kenneth, you still there? Number 649 KG6YTZ.
Yeah, still here, just right in the middle of eating dinner.
You know what? I was inhaling my dinner, as I always do on radio night, stuffing in a salad and a sandwich and all kinds of stuff. But you're a lot better on the verticals. You must be running vertical over there.
Yeah, that's all I've got is the J-pole.
Those things work wonders, don't they? You're S7 up here in Gavilan Hills. I'm DM13. I'm between Lake Elsinore and Paris, so a little bit of elevation.
Yeah, this thing even tunes for HF. I've worked some DX on 10-meter FT8 with it, believe it or not. And we still can't figure out how that's happening unless maybe the guy who put the antenna up just kind of, he must have hit some metal. Maybe there's some trim around the building or something that's acting as part of the antenna. But this thing tunes all the way down to 80, believe it or not.
Good grief, yeah. Yeah, that's something else. Well, it's certainly working for you tonight, I'm sure. Mike, you're hearing him good, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of right underneath the guys in Arizona.
I thought that too, that was. All right, I'll let you take over there. Kenneth, thank you very much. And let me try Adrian again. Adrian, AJ6, Bravo Echo, Narco, we got you checked in.
Appreciate it. Appreciate what you guys do and the Greenhorn checking in. Hope you guys are all enjoying this nice weather we're having. AJ6BE 902 on the side.
Oh yeah, went for a nice long bike ride today, and great weather out there today. Take care. All right, thanks for being there, Adrian. Mike, it's up to you, buddy.
All right, very good. KG6EXO for the Wednesday night BozoNet. We're looking east towards Arizona. I hear you guys in there, John and Dave. Good evening, Dave. How's it going over there in Arizona? Another beautiful day here in Riverside. Let's see, we had a high of 83 and a low of 46, so it's been real nice here. Over. Yeah, well, that sounds like paradise for the river, I'm guessing. Anytime it doesn't get 100 degrees, probably a great day over there. Yeah, I bet you're probably used to it. Well, how about John? Are you there? KC6SEH, KG6EXO. Yeah, and the ladder will get you in deep trouble, I'm sure. Been there, done that. Good for you, John. Well, good to hear you guys. Is there anybody else locally over in Arizona that wants to check in tonight that I'm not hearing? Yeah, I was reading your exchange on Slack there, so I saw the conditions. So, well, better luck next Wednesday, right? All right, very good. Thanks for stopping by and checking in. And yeah, I'll leave the antenna pointed in this direction in the event someone else shows up. W70JT and KC6SCH, KG6EXO for the Wednesday night Bozo Net. Thanks for stopping by and supporting us. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And Pat, that was number 98 and 762, in case you didn't guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I got their numbers down, but boy, I can barely pick them up. I picked up David there just a little bit, but man, conditions from me to him, stinko tonight.
You might as well check me in too as well. KB6VAN, number 12.
Just the man we wanted to talk to and look towards San Diego.
Yeah, just got in the house, just got it warmed up. I was over in Valley Center today, so been a bit on the freeway, and what a mess.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, yeah, I came back from Temecula here about an hour and a half ago, and it was just bumper to bumper the whole way. Finally, by the time I got into Paris, it lightened up, but by then I got off the freeway.
Yeah, I tried to get my wife and her sister. You know, we went down there to meet her for her Easter thing, and so yeah, it was a pain in the ass trying to find a parking spot when we got down to where we needed to go, and then it was another pain driving back. Man, I'll tell you, I'm just totally bushed right now.
Well, you know, people got their vaccinations. Things are lightening up. So, man, people are going places they've been holding off on for a year or more. So, yeah, expect this to get worse in the next few months.
Yeah, let me swing down that way. Swing high, swing low. Anyway, good evening, everyone. This is David, KB6VAN, Assistant Net Control for the Wednesday evening Bozo Net. If you'd like to check in or you'd like to get a Bozo number, please.
All right. Sorry about that. I was actually getting ready to change over to my camera there, but I didn't realize that I did it by mistake. Anyway, so that was the Bozo Net. That's on 144.240 upper sideband. Sorry, I'm a little tired today. I had about 5 hours of sleep last night today. It wasn't very quality sleep. So anyways, I'm going to pop this over to 144.270. We normally go to 250, but on Sundays and Wednesday nights, we go up to 270. So hopefully some guys will be out there that we can chat with. We're going to find out here. And let's get this radio going here. Thought I heard somebody in there.
There he is. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Greg. Good evening.
I got somebody watching.
I guess I should talk on the radio, not on the stream there. Hey, what's up, Andy? How you doing?
Doing well. We were watching you over on the Bozo Net, so saw you flip up. I wasn't sure if you were on the right frequency until the screen came up. Hope you're doing well. That remote thing yesterday worked well, by the way.
Thanks. I just wish I could talk. It was kind of bummed. The only way you can hear is like delayed off my stream on YouTube. So I got to figure out something. I'm hoping to get this remote rig thing going here by next weekend, so I can actually talk too. But we'll see. Thanks for watching.
So the rig pie is what you're looking at getting, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I was looking into that after you had mentioned it. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the 7300 and 9700 have some remote software, but it's only Windows-based, and from what I've been reading on the reviews and YouTube reviews, it's kind of clunky. So far, the RigPi deal seems to be the thing to get right now. So I'm going to go with that. I think you can also use it with a police scanner, as far as I heard.
Well, that's interesting. It controls everything there. It looks like there's a little bit to setting it up, but is it about a $300 unit? Do I have that right?
Yeah, I think I paid $319, get gigaparts, something like that, and didn't have a power supply, so I had to get a power supply, and that was like $6 or something like that on top of that.
Yeah, it takes 2.5 amps as a minimum. That's pretty stout. You got to buy something for that special, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a USB, I think. USB-C connector. I got to look again, though. I don't have my computer up today.
One of the videos I was watching said that it had to be at least 2.5 amps, and that's unusual because they're usually either 1 or 2.1 for phones. Anything bigger than that is kind of specialized, so you got to be careful with that.
Oh, I better make sure I got the right one. I think I did. Let me double check my my order here, or maybe not be playing with this soon.
Yeah, and that was per a video that I watched, so that wasn't on a spec sheet or anything. So if that guy's correct, that's what he said anyway.
Yeah, someone probably learned that by mistake. So.
Come on in, Keith. The water's warm. AJ6BE, Norco.
Alrighty. Hey, Greg, how you doing? This is WA62XA, Keith. Now, I have a MacBook laptop, and it uses a C-style adapter. I'm wondering if it's got enough amperage to drive that unit.
And what did you say? It needed to be at least a 2 amp, Andy? And what's going on, Keith?
He said 2.5.
Wow, I got a 1.
Well, you got another charger for your phone?
That bums me out.
Doesn't the 9700 have a USB plug on it? I wonder what if that provides power. If so, what amperage?
I don't think it works that direction. I think.
Well, that may not make sense anyway, because if you power the radio off, you probably power everything off in that case. It probably needs its own supply for that reason alone.
It's weird because I ordered the power cable that said it was a must-have accessory.
Are you looking at the spec sheet now?
No, I don't see the spec sheet though.
So I just looked it up. My MacBook Pros put out 13-inch puts out 3 amps. So maybe this my power supply, for my MacBook Pro will work for that.
That might be the case. It says it is. I'm assuming that this would work because Gigaparts is pushing it to buy it with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just double check the spec on it then. Maybe the guy that in the video was wrong, but I assume he got it from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking up the spec sheet right now.
It's a pretty cool cool looking box though. I mean, does the 9700 just plug in USB? And that's I got to jump off. Phone's ringing. I'll be back. AJ6B.
Yeah, it just plugs in USB. Let me see here. I want to take a quick little standby. And Keith, you sound different tonight. Did you change something?
I don't think so in my off frequency.
Yeah, a lot lower level. Although I'm not running my preamp though. Let me turn that on.
Well, yeah, I don't have any extra power.
That's probably why. I could still hear you fine though. It seems like a pretty quiet night tonight.
Yeah, earlier I talked to Rancho Perisquito, whatever it's called down in San Diego, on the call frequency, and I talked to another guy up Ortega Highway down South Orange County. So, Trabuco Canyon or something like that, Trabuco Canyon. Can't talk tonight.
Yeah, that's northern San Diego County, I think, if I'm correct.
That dude from Rancho Perisquito, or whatever, however you pronounce it. I was almost wondering if he was telling the truth, because he was in with the plus 40, and he said he was on 50 watts on like a 300 diamond antenna, which is basically GP3 common, if I'm correct on that one.
Yeah, conditions are churning our way, pal. This is what I was talking about a couple months ago, if you recall.
I think we're far enough away from the bozo net, so maybe can you hear me a little better now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. If you want to stay on low power, it's fine. I could definitely still hear you, just perfectly clear.
Yeah, at any rate, he said he was 50 watts from a 100 J2 100 mobile antenna that he's putting in his base with a 300 diamond 300 antenna, which I think is like the 5.5, 6 footer. And I could see how much elevation. He did have a little bit. He said he was about 500 feet elevation. Maybe that's all it took. I don't know. But he was plus 40. I couldn't believe how loud he was.
Well, that sounds a little high, Keith.
I sound a little high?
No, I say that signal sounds kind of high for that location.
I know, so I was wondering if he was like pulling my leg or something. He started talking to a few people. He was talking to, not Andy, Tony, Garden Grove, and a few other people. Nice enough guy, but man, it's hard to believe.
You said 40 over?
Yeah, 40 over. He said he was on a 50 watt Yaesu 100, I think is what he said, with like a diamond 300 antenna, which is like the 5 or 6 footer.
I think I heard you talking to that guy. Was that around, oh gosh, what time would that have been? Around 1:30, something like that this afternoon?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was on the mobile. Somebody else was calling you, but it was pretty busy at the moment. I heard you talking to him. I didn't catch where he was from, though.
Was he making the grade to you?
I think I could hear him a little bit. I'm trying to remember because there were several different people. I think he was just barely breaking the squelch.
Okay, no, he was powerful. Powerful station. All right, I'm going to step aside. I hear other people come in there. Hi, Don, how's it going? Let me step aside. WA62XA, Keith here. Palm Beach, we're going to step aside and let somebody else have it.
W6DEO stepping aside.
Well, I don't want to be left out. AJ6BE, Norco stepping aside.
K6EGG stepping aside from the city of Chino.
What's wrong with the pool? Are there a bunch of piranhas or what? W6WWD.
Maybe somebody peed in it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the problem. I'm stepping aside. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Tootsie Pop? Or Tootsie Roll?
Wasn't that in vacation?
one of those. Hey, where'd you check in?
Yeah, I went down there and checked in for just, did my quick check-in and got out.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it, and Greg texted me, and was like, I got to get over there. It's like 7:15, I need to check in. They already were, like, talking to, like, Arizona and up the high desert by the time I got there.
Yeah, they were the same, high desert, going to Arizona and everything. So and then David, I should say, number 12, checked me in.
And Andy, if you're still sitting on the side, you are 100%. Thank you for the info there.
Good to know. I really like the unit and all the plugins it's got on it. That's really cool. Oh, my question before I left was the 9700, you just need to plug in a USB and that's it? You don't have to do the mic connection and all that stuff through the 1/4-inch plug?
You just have to plug the USB in. You don't have to plug anything else in. The audio streams to the USB.
That's fantastic.
The 9700 has its own server built into it, but I guess they messed it up, and it's very clunky.
Did you hear the problem Fred's having with the transmit on his?
I heard something about that. I didn't hear directly from him. Is he out of commission now?
It sounds like, and Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like it transmits fine on sideband, but it powers down on FM. It's not giving him the full 100.
That's how I understand it. He checked in the Bozo a little bit ago, so I'm surprised he's not over here.
I was wondering why that power supply I bought was so cheap. It was only like $4, so now I know why. Good call there, Andy. Glad we talked tonight.
Yeah, you'll need to maybe educate, was it DX or Gigaparts, wherever you said you got it from?
Gigaparts, yeah. It says must-have accessory, 1 amp power supply.
Now the question is, where do you find a 3 amp or whatever?
I just found one on Amazon.
Well, there you go.
And it was $16, not the $26 they wanted from, I think, directly from RigPi, whatever it's called.
You'll have it by tomorrow?
I'll have it before I get the radio or the server.
So you have to get another piece yet on top of what you already got?
I still haven't gotten the Pi server yet, the RigPi yet. I'm going to get the power supply now before the RigPi.
Oh, copy. I thought you had it in your hand. You were looking at it.
They wanted like $25 for shipping, like 4-day or free ground, and it was going to be like a week. So I just did the free ground. I'm kind of cheap when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Well, I can't wait till you get it. I sure want to see how that works with the radio and, being able to remote in and stuff. When I go camping, it would be kind of cool to remote into the house and talk to you guys over the phone or something from another area.
Yeah, I've seen people do it on YouTube. I just hope it works the way I'm hoping it works the way I want it to work. One thing I do hope it does, I hope it passes my audio to my mixer out of my radio. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be able to live stream remotely.
That's a little bit above. I'm not following you there. Why couldn't you?
So if I'm using the RigPi remotely and the radio doesn't spit out the audio from the radio itself, I won't be able to feed the mixer. So I have no way to transmit the signal from you guys and myself.
Oh, that's assuming the speaker's shut off with the USB?
Yes, because it does that when you program.
Gotcha.
But at least I'll be able to talk to you guys. I'm at work or I'm on the road or something.
I like the idea. It's pretty cool. I know there's a couple ways around it, but that sounds like a pretty good one. And what all, I know you can do the what is it, the 7300 and the 9700. Can you do other radios with it as well? Like, I don't know, maybe a 101 MP?
I don't see a list, but somewhere I saw it was like 90 different radios, and this new one that came out, the 1234B, does like an extra 26 radios on top of that.
Very interesting.
I'm going through all the settings here. I could show you here on hold on. It's like 40 pages of stuff for the setup.
Oh, wow.
So back in the day, let me get this, put the main screen back on. Back in the day, actually I still use it. I always wanted to listen to my police scanner when I was gone, when I was on the road traveling. And for a while, I would like have an auto latch on my phone and call in them when the cell phones went to no long distance. I would just auto answer on myself my home phone and have my police scanner next to it. I can kind of hear it. Then they came out with this new software. I don't know, probably 7 years ago, where it's called ProScan, and you basically your radio. Pardon me, your computer, your PC computer is your server, and you could just basically lock right into it, and it turns into a web page. So you full control of your radio, hear the audio, everything. You can EQ it. Everything sounds awesome on it. It sounds like you're at home with almost no delay.
Yeah, that's the only part that worries me is the delay between, the internet connection and your radio and the guy you're talking to. So that's if they have that problem solved, or if that's not a problem, I guess is probably the better way to say it. That's fantastic.
I personally don't anticipate any delay. When I remoted in last night, I had about a half a second or less going into my home computer. So, and that's through Zoom. So I can't imagine that server's, it's peer-to-peer network. So I can only imagine the server's probably even faster than that. I'm not going through like a third party.
Hey, Keith?
Yes, sir.
Can you go to the call frequency on some of the little devices? Go to on FM and give me a call. I want to see if this works, okay? K6S.
All right, I'll be right back, gentlemen. WA6QXA, QSY.
Yeah, and come back with power. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this thing working. When I got that ProScan server, that was really nice. I was able to listen to my home scanning when I was traveling or whatever at work, or if I was bored or anything like that. And I think this radio will bring that same type of feeling to me if I can being able to. I hope I can talk on it, but I've seen people use on YouTube their cell phones and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that as well. The one that I watched that had the 2.5 amp input requirement or whatever had the cell phone app where he was pushing and talking through a cell phone. I got to imagine the audio on that is marginal, but I don't know. Sometimes those iPhones kind of surprise you. They can be pretty good. So interesting. I've never remoted anything like that. I mean, the closest I've ever gotten to it was doing like a crossband repeat scenario. Other than that, that's it. And that's, HT in the backyard while you're barbecuing kind of talk.
Oh, that's what I wish I could do with this radio, because come the summertime, I'm going to be spending this time of night maybe in my backyard if I'm off, smoking some meat or having like a little tiny cocktail or something like that. So I guess I won't be able to do that with this radio at least.
Yeah, you know, the one thing I was looking at the Flex radios, having that Maestro, you know, that remote battery-powered faceplate, for lack of a better way of putting it, that's pretty cool. But there was just too many things I didn't like about the radio. But that feature itself, to be able to take that anywhere, like literally anywhere with an internet connection, and it's like you're right there at your radio, that's pretty cool.
Actually, I think if this thing works correctly, I can be in my backyard on my cell phone. But we'll see. There's a lot of like going into your router settings that I didn't even do with my ProScan. So talking about running a VPN, it'll work faster and stuff like that.
No, that's pretty trick. I know the video talked about the guy spent like an hour setting up just the settings in the system before he could even start thinking about remoting or, you know, controlling the radio. All the settings he had to set up. So it must be pretty in-depth.
Their website acts like it's like you don't need to know no knowledge of networking and computer skills. And I'm looking at all these account settings, VNC settings, which is basically it's a VPN. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
I struggle with my wireless router settings sometimes, so I'd be in trouble there.
I spent 2 summers ago, I watched probably about 100 different YouTube videos on how to, like, I have a Netgear Pro router, how you can do routing, VPN routing, everything like that. Like I can be at work 2,500 miles away and print to my home computer if I wanted to.
That's cool. I've got I don't know if it's called a Pro or whatever. I've got one of the gaming ones, and I've got the what is it, Sagecom or whatever from Sage MCom. That's the one from the provider. And then I've got a Netgear, I don't know, some sort of gaming thing. I don't know what it's called. But I've got them both connected up because my router's better than theirs. So when it comes to a lot of people using it, I have a tendency to use that one. And it's the second one in line. It's still faster than the one they provided.
So I'm looking on this connection for your server. There's 3 different port forwards you have to set for your router on that. That's pretty complex for somebody that doesn't even know how to do that.
Yeah, I had to do that for programming one of my radios. I think my DMR radio, I had to go in and figure out how to do that. And for me, that was no small task. Let's just say there was a lot of YouTube involved.
Yeah, so you have to forward port 80 and forward an open connection port to port 7488. Wow.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This is going to take a couple hours, I think.
UA628, check it back in.
Hey, you can turn your power up now.
I'm too soft.
No, you just sound better.
So yeah, I tell you, like Josh, the guy that does, you know, amateur radio, YouTubes and stuff like that, and does all these reviews. He was doing a review on that. It said it took him 2 hours, and he's pretty techy, right?
I can eliminate a lot of the port forwarding by using my internal. I have a VPN in my internal network here, but the problem is some of the places I go, they block that port, especially at one of my work sites.
Yeah, otherwise, if you don't use what do you call it, VPN, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, if you don't use that, is it secure otherwise?
No, it'll still be secure, but the way the routing in and out of your firewall and your local router will be, you have to open up certain ports to make that handshake happen when you're outside your home network, and I didn't realize, I was reading these instructions, I didn't realize how confusing this was, and I'm fairly savvy at it.
Well, like I said, I watched about 4 or 5 videos that looked really impressive, but it looked complicated too. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to wait to see how it goes with you for setting that thing up.
I think at first I'm just going to get it working in my home network and then VPN into the radio from my from remotely so I can get it fully going, because I can do everything I need to do, including adjust the router remotely, so I can kind of set it up if I'm gone. You know what I mean?
On that VPN that you use, is it something it's a service that you pay for on a monthly basis, or is it something you get given to by work, or what is it?
No, it's actually a tunnel directly to my home router. I bought a static IP address through no IP, and all my traffic gets forwarded through that DNS server, and it gives me a static IP. So even though I have a rotating IP address from my ISP, the static IP or the DNS server basically routes that IP address to wherever I'm at, and I can connect to my home network that way, and have all my ports open the way just as I was sitting on my home network. Like if I do like a speed test, it will show up like Frontier network, and it will have my home IP address on there. It's kind of strange, even if I was out of the country.
Okay, because some of those things you're able to adjust where you're actually showing that you're coming from, correct?
Yeah, those are third-party VPN services. It won't work in this case for the radio. You want to be in the same network as the Pi server's in, so you don't have to open up all the different ports for it.
I see. Okay. Well, can it work without a VPN, or you need one?
It can work without a VPN, but you got to do the router, and that looks like probably a couple hours of programming, just the router itself to get that thing, or at least an hour of programming the router just to get that going itself.
VPN, that's what I meant. Wow. That doesn't sound too much fun. That's an hour plus with the router.
I'll get it going. That's going to be my mission in life.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
I'll let you figure it out, and then you can help me with mine.
After he finishes with mine.
I can wait.
My going rate is $95 an hour.
I can wait a long time.
You can go first.
I'll need to borrow $323 or whatever it was to get one first, though.
Kind of quiet out here this evening, isn't it?
Hey, where did everybody go?
Figures, because I'm on.
I'm here, WA6QXA, Long Beach.
Hey, this is Tony, K6EGG. I just checked in BozoNet.
Good job, Tony, good job.
Hey, by the way, Dave mentioned there's a net right now at 8 o'clock in Santa Barbara. If you guys want to see if you can hear them or even talk to them, it's 144-210.
All right, thanks. You sound like you're a little bit high frequency to me.
Oh, okay, roger. I just tried 210. I cannot hear anything, by the way.
You can't hear what? You can't hear us?
Oh, I can hear you. Did I just hear Rob out there?
Andy's out there. I didn't hear Rob yet. And, of course, Greg is because he's live streaming right now.
Oh, okay, roger. I still sound kind of high, right?
That's a little better,
Okay.
Personally, I think everybody tunes better on 144.250 for some reason. I don't know why. And I remember that one night, Keith's signal came up by three S units.
I remember that.
And hello to 9 people watching on the live stream tonight. Let's see if we can break 10 tonight. Normally on non-Sunday night, BozoNet nights, it's kind of slow.
For the record, I was the first one to have a thumbs up tonight.
Excellent. Welcome aboard.
Keep hitting those thumbs up, people.
Anthony just gave a thumbs up.
Excellent. Thank you.
Anthony is number 6.
I'm hearing some bleed from another frequency on here.
Is this it?
Yeah. Hi, Keith.
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing good.
Did you have a good vacation?
I had a pretty nice vacation, except the whole Easter break I had to do homework.
You did? That's unfair. What kind of vacation is that?
Yeah, I guess it's a homework vacation. I have no idea. But on Sunday I didn't work.
Oh, good for you. Sunday's day of rest, right?
Yeah, on the days, the weekends I take a break on the homework.
Gotta give that brain a rest once in a while, huh?
Yeah, you gotta have your brain relax some days because you can't just do homework all day, all week, right?
Yeah, rest on Sundays, you can hit it hard on Monday, right?
Yeah. You just, my mom
We got to 10.
home on Saturdays and Sundays, and she stays here she stays here on the whole day, right?
Okay. Well, good talking to you, Anthony.
Good. I'm watching Greg's channel right now.
It's pretty cool, huh? You'll be able to replay it and listen to yourself.
But it is actually 10 seconds later. Why?
It has a little bit of delay. I don't think it's 10 seconds, but yeah.
I'm working on that.
I'm gonna watch more and then listen to you talk.
All right, Anthony, good talking to you. This is WA6QXA, Keys, Long Beach, listening.
This is K6 KYB Clear.
And this is Greg, K6EGG from the city of Chino. Hello, Anthony.
Hi, Greg.
Welcome to my stream. It's nice to hear you on the radio. Hopefully we can get you a nice ham radio license here shortly. Excellent. It's a fun hobby to be on. Thank you for coming on with us.
I'm watching you on the radio. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Did you get all your homework done? See, when you get done with your homework, you do fun stuff like talk on the radio and see yourself on YouTube.
Yeah, it looks like your radio is a pretty nice radio.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my dad just said he wants one.
Dad, you're going to have to go get one now. Join the club.
I heard they don't even have it anymore at HRO. I guess they're all out on the ships out there.
I think Andy was talking about that last night or a couple nights ago. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is true.
Someone says that you can't even get like a 991 Alpha and probably other radios too.
I heard that part of it is a chip problem. And correct me if I'm wrong again, Andy.
That is also correct. That and other parts that aren't available due to the COVID thing, but the chip one is the most advertised.
Break.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just 2 cents. I was at HRO Anaheim today, and they had 0 radios on their shelf. Their shelves were bare. They've sold every display radio they had, with the exception, I shouldn't say every. They had about 3 little mobiles. That was about all.
There's a break. Go ahead. Well, I guess not.
Maybe this is a good time to sell my sick Kenwood TS2000.
Sick as in good or sick as in bad?
Sick as in no receive on sideband or HF.
Hey, Greg, I was like, I'm watching your stream, and I was going to type something in. It says I have to join, to be able to type something in, I have to join something. Create a channel to join the chat. Does that sound right?
No, it's open to public. I may double check, but yeah, it's open to public.
I have to sign in just to give you a thumbs up.
That I do know you have to do. Are you signed in, Keith?
Good question. I mean, I do have you, I do subscribe to you. No, yeah, I'm subscribed to you. I take that back. I have 3 or 4 different, how can I explain it? Emails, and it connects into different emails sometimes. Chrome does, not Chrome, but Chrome. And so right now I'm not actually on the right one that I'm subscribed to. That's probably the problem. Thanks for pointing that out.
You shouldn't have to be subscribed to make a comment, though. Yeah, that's strange. My YouTube account's weird. I have 2 different ones, and they're on the same email address. It's very strange. When I try to sign in on my TiVo, it signs me into my weird backup one or something that I don't know how to change.
Yeah, I have about 3 different accounts that's with Chrome, where I can switch back from one to the next, one's work and so forth. So, I have you subscribed at one of my emails. I forget which one.
I just saw Curtis put up a message and it disappeared for some reason. I don't know why that happened. Very strange.
Oh, I'm here. I just was saying I can type message in without having to sign in. AJ60.
Thank you for the info there. You're a little low tonight. You running your beam right now?
Oops, I was on my vertical. Now I'm on my beam.
Wow, that's even lower. You're not even registering on a signal now. You usually come in really good.
I know. I got my power way down. Okay, is that any better?
Explosion of signal.
Yeah, I had it turned down because I talked to my son as he comes home from work. And when he gets to the top of the Cajon Pass, I turn it down like 25 watts.
Yeah, I still remember that time I drove back from Vegas, and I picked you up outside of Barstow, and I talked you all the way into just about my exit off the 60 there. I was very impressed with your signal mobile as well.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't do that very often. I had somebody come in and talk to me who was in Kramer Junction, some lady that lives out about 4 miles from there, out in the middle of nowhere, alone, and her name's Carrie. She wanted to say hi. I said hi.
Hi, Carrie, if you're listening, too.
Yeah, she said she has a 4-element beam pointed towards the Cajon Pass, so the only way I was able to talk to her was we were both bouncing our signals off the mountains.
I saw somewhere, did you make any contact with anybody in San Diego today at all?
That was not me, but I'd love to make a contact with San Diego.
I thought I saw somewhere on a website or a the Facebook group. Maybe I was wrong.
The farthest I've ever talked on 2-meter sideband was some guy down south of Tijuana during the contest.
Did you ever talk to that guy at the international border? God, I wish I knew his... you know what? I know his call sign is. I'll have to look that up.
Well, evidently the guy I talked to is very popular, and he runs a lot of power, and he talks to a lot of people in California. So, but I was happy. That was pretty cool. So I'm wondering, I am using a different microphone tonight. Can you tell a difference?
It sounds a little louder.
Okay, I'm using the stock mic that came with the radio, and I have my settings the same as Ward W6WWD, which is the bass is like cranked up to 5, which is the highest setting, and the treble set to 2.
Sounds really good. It just sounds a lot louder. I can hear an echo in your room that I didn't hear before.
Well, it's, I'm sitting in a chair, and if I rock back and forth, it squeaks. So when I key the mic, I got to make sure I'm not rocking back and forth. Plus, I do have a couple of computer fans sitting on top of my radio blowing on. I guess I could turn that off.
I can't hear Curtis tonight. The only way I can hear him is if I listen to the stream.
So the guy at the international border is KR6RG. KR6RG, Roy. He's in South San Diego, Otay Mesa.
Okay, well, if you were talking to me, I accidentally bumped my VFO and went 240, and as I was reaching over to turn off my two fans that are
kind of making noise in the background.
Oh, so that guy I was talking about that's at the international border, he describes it the international border. His name's Roy, and it's KR6RG. That's Kilowatt Romeo 6 Romeo Golf.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked to him. The guy I talked to had a XE call sign, which is pretty much Mexico.
I don't think I've ever made a contact with anybody in Mexico.
Hey, Keith, you get my radio?
Anyway, I'm going to take a standby and let other people get in there. AJ60. Hi, Fred.
I'm going to take a standby too. K6EGG, City of Chino.
Good evening, Curtis. Sounding good in Cypress. I've got a S6, okay? Good to hear from you, W6WWD.
Oh, very good, Ward. Well, you know, I'm trying to emulate you because I'm using the stock mic, and I'm using the same settings you use. So, and I even on FM, it sounds better using the same settings, at least according to my son. So I'm going to run it this way for a while. It definitely sounds good in my headphones.
Yeah, roger that. Well, you do sound good. I mean, you're much louder and good signal, you know, like I said, about S6, so real good. Well, I won't tie it up either. Nice hearing from you. Take care. 73 W6WWD.
Okay, Ward, yeah, you're a S9, but I got my preamp on. I don't know if you run yours on or not. Anyway, I'm taking a standby. AJ60.
Roger, that was without. With preamp, you're S9 as well.
Now I feel really good. AJ60.
Hi, Curtis. This is K6KYB.
Oh, hello, the little pilot that flies airplanes. That's how you been doing?
How are you?
Oh, I am. You know what? I'm retired. You know what that means? That means I don't have to get up and go to work. Kind of like you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you probably have to go to school, so I guess that's kind of like work. Anyway, I've been having fun. It got up to almost 80 degrees in the high desert. The wind was just barely blowing a little bit, not bad at all. It was probably a perfect day to go out flying, though.
Nice. You said you liked it when it's like hotter in the hundreds, right?
Well, you know, when you live in the high desert, you got to have air conditioning. So I love air conditioning. I have solar panels on my roof. So my electric bill, even in the summertime, is around $5. I can handle that. Sometimes it's even $0. It's not unusual for Apple Valley to get in 110 in the summertime, which is really too hot for me. I don't mind in the 90s, but once it gets over 100, I stay inside. I don't go anywhere. Well, let me just say, if you ever seen pictures of Mars, if you think Mars is beautiful, you'd love the high desert.
You probably see rattlesnakes there, right?
I think in all the years I've lived in the high desert, I think I've seen only one rattlesnake. So, I know they're out there. I just don't go looking for them. I do have friends that do go out in the desert where there's no homes. They love snakes, and I think they're a little strange, but some people like that kind of stuff. Me, am I afraid of snakes? No, but when I see them, I run.
Yeah, when they look like they're about to attack, back away slowly.
Yeah, the high desert, it's nice. It's not as bad as Mars. There are trees. Anything will grow in the high desert as long as you can find water to water it. I do have a big backyard with a lot of grass. I have a lot of trees, a lot of fruit trees, and a lot of property to put up antennas, which is what every ham radio dreams of having, which I have more room than I can possibly put antennas up. And I just got my stimulus check this morning, so I am good to go to search in and out of a ham radio outlet to look for something that I definitely do not need, but I'll probably buy. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. You know, getting a stimulus is kind of getting an allowance.
Yeah. You know, there's deserts with just cactuses and other stuff but no trees. But that desert sounds nice.
Yeah, it does, and we have a lot of Joshua trees, which the name Joshua means Jesus, and the only two places they grow in the world is Israel and in the high desert.
I have to go. I'll be listening, and you can anybody you can talk to me.
Okay, well, thank you for giving me a call. You enjoy school and all that kind of stuff. And talk to you later. KN6KYV, AJ60.
AJ60, KN6KYV, clear.
And I'm clear too, AJ60.
Everybody bailing out here tonight early?
Oh, I'm here. I'm just, not talking at the moment.
Got quiet quick.
Say, Keith. Long Beach.
Sorry, Keith. I keyed over you. Standing by.
I just say I'm still around.
So I heard that Ward got his diplexer replaced from HRO, which is, excuse me, making noise, squeaking, rocking my chair, which is a good thing to know because everybody that has a Icom 9700 usually has a triplexer or a diplexer, and mine is about a year old, which is about the age his was when it went out. So I definitely keep an eye on my SWR.
I wonder if that had anything to do with Fred's.
Well, maybe too many radios kind of mess up those diplexers.
Good call on that, Andy.
It might be just starting to go, maybe giving them trouble.
Yeah, I think he was using a triplexer, which is for 3 bands. I'm just using a diplexer for UHF and VHF.
Well, I'm going to jump out, guys. It's past my bedtime, but always a pleasure. Appreciate the time. You guys have a good night. AJ6BE, clear.
73, Andy.
73, Andy.
Talk to you later, Andy.
Talk to you later, Andy.
Bye.
tell you what, when I wake up before 6 a.m., my body does not like it anymore for some reason. It used to not bug me, but man, this morning it killed me.
At 6 a.m. in the high desert, the sun is just starting to come up.
I'll tell you what, though, desert sunrises are beautiful with the shadows silhouetting on the mountains and stuff, especially like in Arizona this time of year.
It is, and probably the biggest thing that I like about the high desert compared to living down by the beach, which I used to live down by the beach, is in the morning time there is no marine layer. I mean, when the sun comes up, it's up and it's bright, and there is no, fog or anything that you got to wait till midday, the things to warm up. I mean, it's a perfect place to live if you own solar panels.
I kind of like a little bit of June gloom. It helps me sleep in a little bit for a nighttime person like myself now. I do have solar panels. That was probably one of the second best investments I've ever made in my life other than buying my house.
Yeah, when I bought this house about 5 years ago, that was one of my first major purchases. I want solar panels, and I had a certain amount of money that I wanted to spend, and I told the people that installed it, I got $15,000. Just give me $15,000 worth of solar panels, and it just so happened to come out that what they put in was exactly what I needed to pay my electric bill every month. So that's cool.
Yeah, I feel bad. I know some people that really want solar panels, and the way their house is, or trees, or the area they live in, doesn't get enough sun, so they just can't do it. I'm fairly lucky where I'm pretty much almost the same climate as you. You're obviously a little bit hotter and a little bit higher altitude, but I don't get much of a June gloom here. It usually burns off pretty quickly. It doesn't last all day. But I tell you what, when that COVID hit and I wasn't working and I didn't have that $400 a month electric bill, that was really saving me, and it worked out really good. And now with owning an electric car, I basically drive them for free.
Yeah, that's smart. I don't own an electric car, but it's not unusual for me to get like $150 to $200 at the end of the year back from the power company, which who would ever think the power company is going to pay me money? Of course, what they pay the people that produce more than they use is half of what they charge you if you didn't have solar panels.
Yep. When I first got the solar panels in my house, it was just me and my wife in 2015, June of 2015. We were getting back the first 2 years before we had Haley, like $100 to $200, and then now we're paying like $500 a year. I'm on the first generation NEM net metering system, I think.
Well, the power company, they're going to figure out some other way to, to get money out of you somehow, some way. They do charge a fee a month for allowing people with solar panels to tap into their grid system. So, eventually solar panels will kind of lose their thing, but hopefully that won't be for a long time.
Yeah, they realized that they were losing money on it, although they got a lot of ways to get power now, unlike they did before with just one or two power plants. So they got little mini power plants throughout California, or wherever you might be. But yeah, they seem to figure out a way to get money from you. I know right when I got my panels, they started with the $10.18 a month or whatever, quote unquote transmission fee. I think that rolled into the $800 or so I pay a year. So it's a little depressing, but at least I'm still saving money. And I originally thought when I got my solar panels, it was going to take me 8.5 years. And now with me getting an electric car and with the bills or the power per kilowatt hour going up, it's actually going to be closer to 5 years. So I'm actually close to breaking even within another 6 months or so.
K6EGG AJ60. Definitely, for sure, I highly recommend anybody who can afford it to put solar panels in. And I don't know, California, don't they got some kind of new thing they're going on where they can install them for free or something like that?
I got to be honest with you, I've kind of lost touch with the programs they have, but I do know that the federal tax credit is a lot less. Probably when we both got it, it was over 30%. But it's still pretty decent, and the solar panel prices have gone down. You get a lot more solar panel power generating with half the size and half the cost almost. So, it's especially now, it's not that bad of a deal still.
Yeah, they're definitely getting, the panels are getting definitely a lot more efficient. I think the ones I have
indigestion.
So I have
bad Mexican food for breakfast.
300 watt panels. It gives me I can produce 5,000 watts per hour. I get a little over 6 hours a day of good production time. So I do anywhere from 30 to 34,000 kilowatts a day, which is it's not quite enough when I run my air conditioner full blast all the time. But in the winter time, I produce way more than I use.
2 questions. How long have you had them, and do you get them cleaned ever? I know last year when they had all the fires going on, we got a lot of ash on there, and probably a week after the fires subsided, we got like this weird kind of marine layer mist day, and I made a coat of ash on my solar panels. So do you ever wash them at all?
Well, my house is only a single-story house, so they're not really, real high. I keep my eyes on it, every couple of days I'll look up there. If it's been really windy out in the high desert, then some dirt kind of gets up there. So today, which I haven't done in a long time, but today I took my garden hose with a spray nozzle and I just spray up there and wash all the dirt just comes right off. So I know you can hire people to come out and then they get the little squeegees and all that stuff, but mine are low enough I can just squirt them with a hose and keep them clean.
Yeah, I wish in some ways my house wasn't a 2-story house. It does have its advantages, but I can kind of spray them, but it's just about as like it's raining on there. And I personally, I don't think it gets it clean enough unless you're close enough like you are, where it's you could see it and you can focus on an area that's dirty. But I had them clean once. I noticed a little bit of difference. I don't know if it's worth the amount I had to pay. I think it was like $200, something like that.
Yeah, for $200, I'd figure out I'd buy me extension ladder, and I would do it, maybe once every couple months or something. It's just, you don't need to use any type of Windex or anything. It's just plain old water. Just squirt it on there, and it cleans them as good as they look like they're brand new.
Yeah, I totally understand. I wish just the way my house is angled, it's kind of hard for me to get up there. I know those guys, they have to go up on one smaller story and then get another ladder and put it up to get on the main part of the house. So I don't want to go up there. That's why I don't want to change my antenna out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I have no problem with going on heights. I'm a retired electrician, so I've been up on hundreds of feet up on an extension ladder, going up to almost like the next to the last rung, reaching up and installing light fixtures on big towers. So that never bothered me. The problem is now that I'm older, sometimes we're not as smart as we think we are, and we can't do the things that we used to do, but we still in our mind think we can. That is a problem.
I noticed that when I got in my 40s that I'm not quite as invincible as I thought I was. So even now in my age, I'm not saying you're old or anything, but I'm definitely younger than you. I'm noticing my body saying, well, my mind is not has caught up to my body yet. So I totally understand what you're saying there. This is Greg, K6EGG from the beautiful city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport for ID.
And this is Alpha Juliet 6 Oscar, Curtis in Apple Valley, 7 miles from the Apple Valley Airport.
Do they still have the Mexican food place at that airport, or do you know?
I don't know. I've only been there a couple times because they have a great big air show they do every year, and it's I've never went there, early enough to go check out any restaurants. But I have been to Flo's in Chino Airport many, many times.
I love Flo's. I'm very glad that they. It looks like they survived the closures of restaurants here in California. I heard it was pretty close with one of the restaurants. I think it was the one actually at the airport that was in some trouble there for a little bit, but they managed to punch through this, and I'm glad they're going to be there. I'm trying to support my local restaurants, non-chains, as much as I can, and that's one of my favorite ones to try to at least get to once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on my schedule. So Flo's is really good in my book.
Yeah, when I was still in the workforce doing electrical work, I used to work at a couple places there at the airport. Even when I knew I was going to drive by not too far from the Chino Airport, I'd stop there all the time, me and my father-in-law, and we'd get biscuits and gravy. Give me a full order of biscuits and gravy. I remember that. That was so good. I love that place.
Hey, Curtis, can you still hear me with my power off?
This is AJ60, and I'll be listening.
Real quick, can you still hear me with my my amplifier off? I'm bleeding onto my wife's TV downstairs.
Yeah, you're like an S5 with your power off.
I think I'm going to go with no power for the rest of the evening here.
Okay, so I wonder if there's anybody else out there. Fred, you out there? I mean, it's only 8:41. It's not like it's, 11 o'clock at night. I guess I can say that since I'm retired.
No problem with that. You can say that whenever.
So, Greg, you have to get up and go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to get up at, let me see. So last night I got to bed about 1, and I had to wake up at 5:30. And tonight I'm hoping to go to bed a lot earlier than that, and I got to wake up at 6:45.
Well, I normally get up about 6:30, and I don't work, but that's, I open my eyes, and if I see any light coming through my window, then I know it's time to get up. And then tomorrow, I got to take my grandson to his doctor's appointment down in Loma Linda, so I gotta leave the house by about 7:30, so I have to get up early tomorrow.
Hey, you're a morning riser, aren't you?
Yeah, I typically, when I was working, I always got up like 4 o'clock in the morning. But now that I'm retired, I sleep in.
Hey, you paid your dues. I know before I got into the business I work in, I used to get up, 5:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. I would have 0 period in high school workout for cross country and stuff. So I'd start out early and end my night late. So I really used to really love getting up early, and now not so much.
Yeah, when I was doing electrical work, most of my jobs I worked at, I had to drive, down the hill to LA or somewhere around there, and so I had to leave early, or else, usually it would take me about 2 hours or more to get to work. And then if I didn't leave by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I would spend 3 or 4 hours coming home. So it was usually dark when I left to go to work and dark when I got home. And of course, when you're in construction, there is no such thing as 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's usually 6 to 7 hours a day, 10 hours a day. So I spent a lot of time driving. Did a lot of working, made a lot of money, and I burned up a lot of cars driving a lot of miles every year.
Yeah, I noticed that probably the last 10 years when I would commute into work in the morning, is like the commute, like every 2 or 3 years, it'd be like I got to leave, an extra half hour earlier. For a while, traffic was like I'd be in bumper to bumper traffic at 4:45 in the morning on the 60. It's like, what's going on here? 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah. And what I thought was really weird is every once in a while you'll drive by and all of a sudden there's a car parked in the middle of the freeway and not the fast lane, the next one over, nobody in it. And I couldn't figure that one out.
All darked out.
Yeah, then they started working on the freeways like the Cajon Pass. They added another couple lanes and think, oh yeah, we'll never have traffic again. But then they kept building more and more houses in the high desert. So now there's a lot more people driving up and down the hill to home, or they're going to Las Vegas. So the Cajon Pass is still as bad as it's always been.
Yeah, the 60 and 10 are pretty much that way. Although on the 10 east and westbound between the 71 and the 605, which I just took today, they finished the carpool lane all the way through. So I got on the express lanes at Union Station in downtown LA about 5:25, 5:30. And I pulled in my house at 6:30, and it was bad traffic pretty much most of the way, but I was going 70 all the way through almost, except for when I was getting off the freeway.
Yeah, those are the good old days. I remember that. Now my oldest son drives from here to Yorba Linda, which is normally, when it's clear traffic, takes about an hour and 25 minutes. But Mondays, it's usually not too bad of coming back up the hill, but every other day, it takes about 2.5, 3 hours.
I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do it. I would go crazy. There's no way.
Well, he is a ham radio operator, so he listens to a lot of music, and he talks to me on the radio, so it kind of passes the time, but I can always tell when he's not in a good mood because he doesn't talk much on the radio.
I actually do better listening to my ham radio in my car. In fact, for a while, I didn't even realize I didn't have any of the PLs put in for my repeaters that I had programmed into my radio. It was like 4 years before I realized, because I just never talked on it. I just have a trouble concentrating on the road. I was talking to Keith the other day when I was down in Cypress, and I was like, almost blew past one of my streets I was supposed to turn on. So I'm not too good at talking. I know when I was talking to you in the past, I was had people driving by me at 100 miles an hour. I was kind of like, I think I'm going to take my hands off the microphone here for a little bit and concentrate on the road.
Yeah, it can be, you can, it does help you pass the time, but it can also be dangerous. I can't tell you how many times I've missed my turn talking on the radio. In fact, one time I was following a bus, and I followed it right into the bus terminal, which cars are not allowed to go in there, but I went in there.
I like that. That's good. I know that I almost did something like that at Union Station one time. That wasn't because I was talking on the radio. That was just because I was super tired and just in autopilot mode.
Yeah, you get that freeway hypnosis, especially you get behind a truck or something. You just, just follow it. You know that they're not going to stop fast enough where you're going to run into them because they can't stop that fast. But I'm so glad those days are over. And the only time, all my kids, except for my oldest son, they all live down the hill, so we never look forward when we have to go down there and visit them because of the traffic and everything. So we're always happy when we get back home.
Totally understand. I'm not. The only thing that was nice about being locked down was not having to sit in traffic and drive at night. Which actually I don't mind driving at night, but there's just some crazy mofos out there that I've had some pretty close calls with. So, but anyways, I think I'm going to call it a night here. Getting a little tired. It's the day's starting to catch up with me. Maybe open up the frequency, get some other people talking here. Kind of hogged it up a little bit tonight here. So, anyways, this is Greg, K6EGG, Curtis, AJ60. You have a good evening, Keith. If you're still listening. Look, I think Andy took off, and Ward, if you're out there listening, you take care, everybody. I'm going to try to be back Sunday night. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm going to be clear on your final.
Okay, Greg, K6EGG, AJ60. Yeah, I'm going to shut it down, see if I can find me something on Prime TV to watch that I haven't seen yet. That's one of the joys of being retired. I can stay up as late as I want, and it's usually till about midnight. But that's okay. That's okay. Everybody gets there eventually. You can't stop it from coming. But oh, happy day that as soon as you retire and you get your Social Security checks and you don't have to get up and go to work, that is such a relief. I'm kind of bragging, so sorry about that. Anyway, talk to you later, Greg. AJ60, and I'm on to be clear.
Hey, no problem with bragging. You know, you earn that to get that Social Security check, getting up all early and sitting in traffic and working all your life. So enjoy your time there. K6EGG clear.
So that was 144 270 upper sideband. Oh, sorry, 144. Yeah, 270. Sorry, it's been a long day. Didn't get much sleep. I don't know if you guys were listening to stream earlier, but I was talking about the lack of sleep I got the last couple of days. So it's been kind of busy last couple of weeks for me. I got another 6 or so weeks of these weird schedule going, pretty much working every day. So it's going to be kind of hard doing the stream, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can and get on the radio as much as I can, just because it kind of helps with my mind after work. And so kind of gets a little stressed with everything going on with dealing with taxes and bills and everything else. So it's a kind of nice relief to get away from that for a little bit. But thank you guys for watching the stream, and everybody have a good evening.